Okay, live. Just give me a second to send a couple messages. Let's hide this. We don't need 3 minutes of this chat open. Oh, that's not what I want. There we go. Bring that up. Hold on. Doo-doo-doo. There we go. Okay. Now, hopefully, I'm trying to run more streams on Flock just so I can see what it looks like and see what the pain points are. And I'm realizing one of the big failures right now that I'm having is the database, which is super annoying. It seems to, like, the number of connections that I have. Anyway, I'm using MongoDB, and I'm using MongoDB Atlas, so it can be hosted in the cloud. And the number of connections I'm allowed is just poor. Like, it's 100 concurrent connections, but because I'm using serverless technology, it opens up a lot of connections all at once, which is really frustrating. So I have, like, the 100 is not very much. And I looked at, like, upgrading to, like, 500 concurrent connections or something like this. And it's like $500 a month for that upgrade. So I think I had to look into, like, DynamoDB or something that's going to be just a bit different because it's brutal. Like, I'm not paying $500 a month, and like 500 connections, it's 5 times more. That's, like, not significant enough for me to feel comfortable releasing it. So either I have to look into a different way of handling my my Mongo connections, which is probably the case, or I have to look into using a different type of database, which I'm pretty sure Amazon has one, like a database. Anyways, okay, so I just want to, like, I don't have too much time. Just before I do some work, I want to do a bit more of streaming, and I'm gonna kind of clean this up. So Arthur helped me out yesterday in figuring out how to do grid properly. Let me just fix that up so these are aligned nicely, and then we'll just do a bit of styling, and we'll start with the home page today, so we can get the home page done. In case anyone's new here, what we're doing is my wife has headaches, or like migraines she gets, and we're going to try and see if they're I just realized there's 2 days now, Friday and Saturday, both high. Anyways, we want to see if they're related to the weather and the pressure change. And so I'm just going to use, like, a little app that you can take a look at any city in the world, or at least any city that's supported by this API, and measure the difference in barometric pressure between the days. And if it's greater or less than 5 hectopascals per day, so between this one and this day, Thursday and Friday, you'll have a higher risk of having headaches, which means that between Wednesday and Thursday, you actually have a low risk of having a headache, but then between Thursday and Friday, you have a high risk, and then between Friday and Saturday, you have a high risk, which means the change here is greater than 5, and then between Friday and Saturday, it's greater than 5. Anyway, slightly wild. I want to line this up, and then we'll do the homepage, because this is just one city that I've randomly picked, but I want to go through and, like, list out every single city you can pick, and maybe do a bit of styling. So I had over here, I'm using grid autofill, but Arthur says autofit is better. That's what I wanted. Now let's center it in the middle of the screen. That I'm not going to be sure how to do. Should I center the whole thing in the screen? But then, well, is it going to be responsive? It's not very responsive. I guess because it's set as 100 pixels. That's probably why, the minimum. 200 pixels? There we go, that's better. And we got to put some grid gap in there, which I think we can do just like grid gap 1 rem, usually 16 pixels. There we go. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And I figured we'd put, like, some boxes around them, some shadows, and then some colors. So you can do that with, like, individual pressure here, box, not box, border, 2 pixels, solid. We'll just do black for now because we don't have a color. And we'll do a box shadow. And I'll use this tool that I like. I don't know who built it. Someone who built it. I think this website, BRUMMAF. I think that's Built by. Let me just check. No, that's fine. You can go to this website, BrumAF, and you can do some nice shadows from there. Boop, copy paste. You can adjust a bunch of things. I just like the default one; it's pretty good. It just because it does layered shadows, which makes the shadows look a bit more realistic. Now, obviously, this looks beautiful. I don't need to change it at all. But I do think we should change. So we'll put a bit of padding on them. Padding, 1 rem, just all around. There we go, lovely. And let's fix the height and width. Height, 200 pixels. Width, 200 pixels. So we make the nice squares. There, that looks a bit better. We'll toss a border radius on there, and I'm going to pick some colors. So while we do a border radius, I'm just going to go here and go to my colors generator, because it takes a little while to load. And then border radius. What I wanted to do is I'm going to add in this is variable, border radius. I don't know, 10 pixels seems reasonable. Oh, some new stuff. This is new. Brand new everything, apps and plugins. Color library, more than 5 colors. Create collages. This is neat gradients. Ooh. I hope it's fast. Oh, it's much faster now. That's great. Let's go. New icons. Nice. Ooh, you can add colors. That's cool. Okay. Let's just get some colors here. What we should probably do is like unsplash, not united. Unsplash. I'm not going anywhere. Oh, that's not what I want either. Hold on. How do I? What's unsplash again? Like it's just unsplash. Unsplash. Oop, unsplash. I'm gonna find a picture of like weather, and then this will be good. So I wonder if you can pass a URL. Copy image address. I think you can. So you can put a picture in here. Yeah, URL. Perfect. Oh, you can't read that one? Try this. What? Why not? That's unfortunate. Why can't I just get all to download it, I guess? Save image as. Download, sure. Here. Upload. That's not what I want. Downloads. This one. That way it'll give us some nice colors, and it'll be weather-related colors. Oh. Okay. So that's probably fine. This one's kind of nice. I'd like to get a pink in there. That like brighter kind of pink. Oh my goodness. Too much harder than I anticipated. Maybe a orange? The yellows look nice too. Why can't I get that nice pink in there? Purple's fine. Kind of a white. And that really dark blue. Where did that come from? Oh, I don't like this orange. It needs to be brighter. Ooh, almost a pink. All right, well, let's just go with that. Open the generator and we can figure things out. Hold on. Bear with me. Okay. All right. Raisin black. Interesting. So let's adjust this one because I don't. Oh, should I be caring about colors in the middle of a live stream? Probably not. So important though. View shades. Now, I want to just. How do I? They changed this entire thing. Just click on this. Here we go. No, I want this like a color picker. Let's go with more of a pink. There. And a bit brighter. Maybe like this. There. The blue. I'm not sure how the blue will fit in, but we'll just grab these colors. Stop it. No, it doesn't work either. All right, move it away. Let's export this. Oh, darn. There we go. Oh, that's beautiful. Just so I can copy paste it. Wonderful. Except I can't. Lovely. I do a nice copy paste. Oh my goodness, gradients. Here's the hex values. That's all I need. All right, copies in here. This is this will be our foreground. This will be our back. No, wait, that was pink. This one here is like a purple. This one here was white or background. And this one here was that dark blue. Don't imagine we'll use. Okay, so then in the body, we'll just make it background of our background color. Over here, the edges of those. So we'll do background, our background. Good. And what else? Our background, and then border. That was the border color I want to change. Instead of black, we'll do var foreground. And similarly, I guess here we can do color, var foreground. Maybe I should just put that in my stars. Everywhere should have the same color. Okay. How does this look? A bit softer on the eyes. It's always nice. And then we'll put some border radius. I added the border radius in there as well. Border, dash radius, var, border radius. There. Boom. Oh, they look a bit like it's a bit too much standy-outy. Maybe not. Maybe it's okay. Let's find a red real quick. Or we can use pink maybe as like high. So when these pressures come in, where are they? The risk, when you have the risk, we can put in here, instead of just making this a hard-coded string, we'll do add some CSS classes to it if it's like by the risk. So we'll do risk in here. So the pressure risk, boom, like this, dot high there, and then we'll do color, var. Anyways, we'll do pink. How does that look? Oh, I decided not to do it at all. Pressure risk. Oh, I see why. Yeah, I did the wrong style, the wrong class. There we go. That's a nice pink color. I feel like the borders are just too much though. At least the color is. I feel like I just need a gray or something on those borders. Low, high. I don't know what very high would be the color anyways. All right, let's ignore that for now. And in the styling of this page, which should, yeah, nice. There we go. Which should, we'll fix later, I think, and add a bit more to this. And I still want to add some context. Well, let's flip over to the home page. So the pages, so we'll create an index.js and export, default, some function. We'll actually have props in here because we're going to have a get server side, export async function, get server side props, context. I don't think we need any context, but so get server side props here. We're going to go and fetch that huge list like we did in the city page. So down here, we're going to read in this file, get all the city data, and we're going to go through every single one of those cities and create a link for it. So in here, in here, we're going to do the exact same thing. You get the city data out, which means we need a bunch of these things here. Oops. Boom. And I'm going to put the same comment, server side, or get server side props. Boom. I don't think we need serialized right now, but we'll keep it in there just in case. And yeah, okay. Good. And then the other things, I guess we don't need too much more out of that. We're going to create our own. So we're just going to get those. Where am I? There we are. Get those city data out. And then we're going to return that props object with cities as the key. And then we're just going to return the city name and the city ID, because that's what we're going to kind of need to list out on the homepage. So city data.map, go through it and get the ID and the name. And then we'll just return the ID and the name. There we go. Now in here, we're just going to return, I don't think we need any state for this. It'll be statically generated, or could be statically generated. Oh, this page could be statically generated. I don't want to get server-side props then, but then, so yeah, we can just get static props. Static props. I wonder if that'll work. We'll have one, I guess we'll do typical, it's my style now to do this with, so I can do some styling. Style JSX. Boom. Style. That's why this page can be made at build time. Anyway. All right. Div class name equals page. I feel like that's my top level all the time. We'll have a title in here, which I will figure out later. We'll have some context as to what in the world this is. And then we'll have class name equals city list. Of here. Okay, and then we'll just spit them out right now, just as a big long list before we do any sort of styling. So they we'll need to do a grid and like style them in columns. So props.city, cities.map, and we'll just, no, it'll be statically built, so we don't need to worry about them being undefined or something like this. And then we'll have a city here, and we'll spit out like just an A tag. href equals slash city dot, that's not how we do that, city.id, and then city.name will be the name of the link. We'll have to have like a little search on here too. I wonder if we should build search using CSS. Oh, because we could. It's all statically generated, so it should be okay. We should probably do that. That would be fun. But maybe not. Maybe that's a bad idea. City.id. There. Okay, so let's see if this is going to work now. Let's cut this paste, cut this code. Zoom. Is it going to take a long time to build, or is it going to break? No, no. What's happening? It's just loading forever. Let's see what's happening. Go to the home page, please. Maybe I'll just stop the server and start it again. Give it one last chance. Exactly my feeling. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Here we go. Reload the home page. Now either it'll throw errors or it'll spit out a thing, and it may take a while to compile because it's like, I don't know how many cities are in that file, but it's a big file. So if we're generating a static page based on that file, that's brutal. Look, it's loading forever. It's a good thing we're not like generating it on server side, I guess. You're just taking forever. No questions. There's no questions. That's reasonable, considering what I'm doing. This is just, why is it taking so long? Let me do some print statements in here. Make sure that's right. So await read file. Read file is here. Current working directory. Get that list from there. Encoding is UTF-8. Parse that. Let's console logs data. Console.log. Actually, let's console log length. City data.length, because it's a huge item. Oh, it did it. Did it do it? Oh, no, it didn't do it. Refresh. What's happening? React does not recognize a class name prop on a DOM element. Oh, I did 3 S's. Oops. There. Fix it. Reload. Why are you broken? Why are you not printing out the data that I want? Did I make an index file? Index in pages, yeah. Let's just reload. Shouldn't take that long. Maybe the generating might, but the actual reading in the file shouldn't take this long. And then this loop here, even if it's a couple thousand, I don't know. Is there millions of cities? I mean, more than likely there is. Let's just not do this loop either. How many city names are we talking about here? Refresh. Or cancel. Now refresh. It's trying to build it. Why did this work perfectly fine before? And now it's not working at all. It's static props. I think I'm doing it right. Util fs path. Path resolve, current working directory, and this file name, which is still here. And I can't open it because it'll explode the world. But what's going on? Why? Why are you doing this to me? Ugh. I honestly don't know why. I don't know why. I'm uber confused. I'm going to restart the server. That's the thing to do. I want to know how many cities there are. Because here we go. So now there's a mistake in my code. Div class name. Why? Oh, it's the wrong style of comments. Classic. Atoms. What happens when you use atoms sometimes? There. Oh, that was weird that it didn't work that way. Okay, how many? I don't see the get static props running. Why is get static props not running? Maybe it's not returning anything. I'm console logging this city data here, but it doesn't seem to be printing out. That is a confuse me. Here we go. Yeah, 22,000. Oh, this loop should be simple. Come on. Is that how many cities there are? There we go. Okay, title context. Loading up. Boom. Loading. Does it actually take that long to loop through here? Node should be fine at that. 22,000 is a joke. Map and select them. Maybe I shouldn't. Yeah, it's build time. I'm not going to map them. I'm just going to patch it all through. 22,000 items. Pass that sucker through. Whatever. And stop that. Restart the server. The build should still take a while to do all those items. It's still a lot. And if you're generating like the whole list, then it's going to be significant. Like this HTML here, like 22,000 hrefs. That's a pretty good, rendering that might be fun. Console.log, I'm just going to print the props out here. Props.cities, I think I called it. Boop, 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 boom. Still running. Here's the console. Let's look at the network performance. Yeah. Pending. What is the problem with, as soon as I put that data in is the props becoming too big? Is that what's happening? Because realistically, 22,000 items in the JavaScript array is not that big of a deal, especially to loop over it. They're simple objects, they're not super nested. So in terms of memory space, it's not that big. And then we're reducing them to 2 properties. I feel like this is not that big. It's just not that big. But the server seems to think it's super big. Try again. Cancel the server. Okay. Click here. Reload. Okay, so hit that. Hold on. Why does it take? I'm so confused. I need someone who's on the Next.js core team to let me know what's happening here. Like what's stopping this from rendering? Because I'm not really doing anything with the data once it gets here other than printing it, which is gross. Maybe I shouldn't. I just won't print it. Like I'm not doing anything with the data. Okay, my time is coming up, and I still can't generate this front end. So this prints. Let's get that map out right away. Let's do like in here, map it, each city, which is an ID and a name, and then return an ID and a name. Okay, and then we'll print city data. City data. Let's cancel this junk. Cancel this as well because it's clearly stuck. Okay. Server's running. Reload. See, if that happens in an instant to loop through those. It's so fast. The question is, why is it bogging down the render? Why are you bogging down the render? Do we have to re-render it for each city? Is that what's happening? I don't think so. Like 22,000 renders. Is the props like too big? If I splice this with like 10,000? First, I don't know how that works. It's the last 10,000 or the first 10,000. I'm going to look up what splice does. Compiling. Compile is successful. But now it's just waiting. Is it like byte transfer that's taking so long? No, it just says pending. Still loading? No, it's not loading anymore. Boom. So it did happen way faster with only 10,000. Well, I'm assuming there's 10,000. Let's print them. You know what? Let's go wild and just toss in the full list of HTMLs. Refresh. Now remember, this is super long, the loading, but it's happening at build time. So whenever someone comes to this page, when it's live, it'll be just super fast because they're just serving static HTML. The time is taken up at build. So that's actually okay. It should be anyways. Okay, it's done loading. I don't see our elements though. What? City.id. Let me just print out cities then, because prop cities should be spitting out a bunch of. I didn't return it. Brutal. Everyone caught that? Come on. That's brutal. There we go. They're all just back-to-back city names. Whoosh. Oh, here's one that I know in Toronto. These are like Canadian cities. Or some, anyways. Let's go with Toronto. Boom. I clicked on it. Whoa. The risk tomorrow in Toronto is very high. Interesting. That is very interesting. I wonder about Ottawa. I'm so confused. Okay, well, let's leave it at this for now, just because I have to be hopping off and going to work soon. But we're learning a lot about how long it takes to generate items. This should be 10,000 items. Let's see if Ottawa's in here. Yeah, okay, this is my city I'm currently living in. Oh dear, today is high risk. Same with Thursday. Thursday's a high risk. I want to get the actual barometric pressures and put them in there just so that, because I want some context of like where was yesterday and where was today, like how high of a risk. Is it just over the threshold or is it like significantly over the threshold? Because it goes up to, before it goes into very high, which would be more concerning and more obvious, it goes up to 9. But the barometric pressure change needs to only be 5, but it goes up to 9 before it hits very high. So very cool. Oh, this is Ottawa in the United States. This is not my city. I don't even know where that is. Ottawa. How many Ottawas are there? Here we go. This one looks, it's right next to Oshawa. This is mine. Ah! Classic. That's classic. So this is super high change, even between Tuesday and Wednesday. And then past that, we have even more, like it gets back to lower barometric pressure change. That's wild. I'm going to keep this page open. When we come back, I'm going to put in the actual barometric pressures in here so we can see what they are, because this is like somewhat concerning and makes a lot of sense as to why, if your headaches or your migraines are caused by pressure changes, why you'd have a lot of them, especially here. You just can't get acclimatized. All right, for those of you who did watch, I really appreciate it. Just some mashing around on testing Flock, obviously, which is what this is running on, as well as just doing a bit of coding with an idea I had. All right. Oh, I can't say goodbye yet. I have to go and end it. Toodles, as they say. See you. Bye.